On the western outskirts of Maryland, a past life still barely stands. Kenny Kitty grew up in this well-worn home in Pekin and went to school a stone's throw away in this now shuttered one-room building.
Me and my brother used to get up and catch ball an hour before the school bus came.
Kitty's early years were marred by poverty and haunted by heartache.
And it was a Monday morning, and I went up to get lunch money, and I found my mother dead in bed.
By the time he was 13 years old, his mom had died from pneumonia, his dad from a work accident. To make money, he went to work at a bowling alley where he saw his first billiard table, where he picked up his first pool cue, not knowing then that he had found his way out of Pekin.
It feels so good, and it gave me so much confidence. It was like stealing money when I shot for money.
Kenny Kitty did not get serious about billiards
Practice makes perfect.
until deep into adulthood. He was too busy taking chances elsewhere.
I rolled dice for 1,000, I won. Rolled for 2,000, and I lost. I was a gambler.
He got really good at sinking stripes and solids in his 40s.
It was like a machine, like not a human being doing it. It was like automatic.
Finding his groove in a game called Spot Shot.
This is what I shoot, right from spot to spot. It's the same shot over and over, just a spot shot.
His standard bet, $500 if he pocketed 95 out of 100 balls. He was so good, he earned the nickname Mr. Spot Shot.
It's a gift from God. I came out of a little town of Pekin, 250 people, and here I am, set the record of 1,250.
You heard right. Kenny Kitty hit 1,250 spot shots in a row in 1988 at the age of 50 in a Florida pool hall.
My jacket said Mr. Spot Shot, world record.
He also points out the person who embroidered his jacket mistakenly stitched 1150 instead of 1250.
I gambled 62 years. I quit gambling like 2 years ago.
His first love was actually betting on horses. He eventually became a trainer, which brings us to his present-day obsession. He quit the horse racing business, moved back near his boyhood home, and drives these familiar roads in a glorious ode to thoroughbreds. He had a horse sculpture bolted to his car's rear spoiler, which brings us to a friend's basement and an introduction to the new love of his life.
Oh, he's fabulous.
Claudette Phillips isn't talking about Kitty's billiard skills.
We love the Lord.
Phillips invited this now retired gambler to her church after he bugged her repeatedly for a date.
No one's like you, Kenny.
I'm not saying that, but that's why it took me over a month to get you to go out with me. She told me, she said, the only person I like is Jesus. I said, well, I like him too.
They've been together ever since.
We've been going together for 2 years. Before that, I prayed for a woman that I could take home to mother. God sent me an angel.
I can appreciate the skill that he has, really.
Kitty hasn't played seriously in years, but we were curious if he could live up to his title.
At 81 years old, I figured 90 or 95 out of 100 would be a pretty good score.
So we sat back and watched Mr. Spot Shot go to work.
14 out of 14.
The pocket's getting filled up, so I got to make room for some balls.
Kitty isn't as automatic as he used to be.
Missed.
There would be mistakes.
37 attempts, 4 misses. 54 attempts and missed 4. He's made 84 attempts and missed 10.
He didn't miss from there, knocking down 90 out of 100. Not nearly good enough, though, for Mr. Spot Shot.
Missed 10? That's a year's worth of misses.
Kenny Kitty's gifts on slate and cloth are high on his list of accomplishments, but he's most proud of returning to his roots redeemed. A life of loss and risk, replaced by so much more.
I don't pray that God will heal me. I just pray that God will give me the strength to go the second mile for Him.
In Lonaconing, Maryland, I'm Jay Korf for ABC 7 News.